Thank you very much, the Administration Police Band and the St. Paul's University Choir. We will now ask the University Chaplain, the Reverend Samuel Kidinji, to come and open for us with a word of prayer.
Na tuombe. Mwenyezi Mungu, Baba wetu wa mbinguni, tunakushukuru sana kwa mema yote uliotukirimia, uzima na afya, safari njema na hata masomo ambayo tunasherehekea leo. Tunakushukuru kwa yale yote tuliyopokea na tunakuomba sana kwa yote ambayo tunatarajia hata baada ya kufuzu. Bariki hafla hii, tukinge na maovu yote, tupe moyo wenye furaha na shangwe katika sherehe hii na zote zitakazofuata. Haya tunakuomba katika jina la Yesu Kristo, Bwana wetu.
While still standing, I will ask the Vice Chancellor, St. Paul's University, the Reverend Canon, Professor Joseph Galgalo, to come and officially constitute the congregation.
In my capacity as the Vice Chancellor of St. Paul's University, and by the powers vested in me by the University Charter, I now declare this 28th graduation congregation properly and legally constituted.
Thank you very much, Professor Galgalo. We will all join together in singing a hymn. And the hymn is, "It is So Sweet to Trust in Jesus," led by the St. Paul's University Choir and the Administration Police Band. Let us all join together. The hymns are at the back of the program. Let us all join together in rejoicing in this day.
It's so sweet to trust in Jesus and to take Him at His word, just to rest upon His promise, just to know that says the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust Him more. Oh, how sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take His mercy blood, just to sing and to plunge me, let the healing cleansing flood. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust Him more. Yes, it's sweet to trust in Jesus, just from sinners led to cease, just from Jesus simply taking life and rest and joy and peace. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust Him more. I'm so glad I learned to trust Him, precious Jesus, Savior, friend, and I know that Thou art with me, will be with me to the end. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust Him more.
Thank you very much. We can now take our seats for the reading of the day. Our reading will be taken from Prophet Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28 to 31, and it will be read to us by the St. Paul's University Students Association President, Mr. Victor Ondiek.
A reading from the book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 40, beginning to read from verse 28. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and the young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is the word of the Lord.
Honorable Madam Chancellor, Professor Margaret Kobia, we would like to go now into a moment of speeches with interludes of presentations. And to begin with, I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor of St. Paul's University, the Reverend Canon Professor Joseph Galgalo, to give his address and also to recognize the invited guests.
The guest of honor, Honorable Ambassador Kuria Atani, the Chancellor, Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, our Chancellor Emeritus, the Reverend Dr. Samuel Kobia, the Chairman of the University Council, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Jackson Olesapit, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Right Reverend Julius Mwamba, members of the University Governing Council and the Board of Trustees, all members of our staff, students, and invited guests, good morning. Welcome to St. Paul's University, and especially to our 28th graduation ceremony. We recognize and appreciate each and every one of you. I would have loved to recognize a number of invited guests who honored our invitation and are here with us today, but because I have such a long list, kindly allow me not to mention you by name, but to really appreciate our incoming Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs, Professor Paul Kamau Ngure. He will be introduced at some point to the community. I want to really appreciate the presence of our Chancellor Emeritus, Honorable Reverend Dr. Samuel Kobia. There are a number of Vice Chancellors or Deputy Vice Chancellors from both public and private universities present here, them and or their representatives who have come to be with us. We especially recognize representatives from Kenya Methodist University, Daystar University. We also recognize representatives from Scott Christian University, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Baraton University, and many others. May I also recognize and appreciate the presence of heads, the principals, and deans of a number of our affiliate and collaborating colleges, particularly colleges that do offer diploma programs in collaboration with us. We are grateful to have in our midst the principal and others from Carlisle College, Berea College, St. Paul's Theological College, St. Andrew's Theological College, Bishop Huntington Institute, Mombasa, Waidaga Bible College, St. Timothy Anglican Divinity College, and a number of others as well. We do also have representation of invited guests from a number of church and church-related institutions. We appreciate many church leaders in our midst from different churches and also church institutions who are present here, including representation from AACC, NCCK, a number of others. We appreciate and recognize representation from Ministry of Education. Thank you for being with us. Our University Council members and members of the Board of Trustees, led by our Chair of the University Council, the Most Reverend Dr. Jackson Olesapit, and also the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Moderator Mwamba. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. We also appreciate invited bishops and moderators present in our midst. We are happy that you are able to make it. Welcome to St. Paul's University. I know there are many invited guests in our midst, particularly many organizations that we work with, suppliers and partners, people we collaborate with in different ways. We are grateful that you are here. Kindly allow me to mention just one of this among many, the National Bank of Kenya, because they have such a big representation present here today with us. And to many others, including high schools and many other schools that we work with in Kiambu County, we really appreciate that you sent representation from your organizations. Welcome to St. Paul's University, and thank you for being here. We have people also from various embassies. I want to appreciate the First Secretary, Mohammed Hamed Higair, of the Embassy of the Republic of the Sudan, here in our midst. Thank you for coming, sir, and most welcome. And now just a few words from me before we have a presentation, and then a few speeches from our Honorable Chancellor, and then the guest speaker and our Council Chair. It is a great honor to have you grace our graduation, our invited guests, and we thank you for blessing us with your presence. Thank you for coming. As we celebrate our graduates and congratulate them, we also celebrate God's goodness and are grateful for yet another year of stability, another year of growth and achievement in many different areas. Our progress is in line with our strategic plan, and it has been steady and on course. In the year just ended, the year 2018-2019, that is August to July, we have improved our research output. We have mounted many more programs. We have expanded our facilities, including additional laboratories for our health sciences programs, an additional training facility for our business unit, and have expanded our accommodation capacity. We have also enhanced our revenue streams, increased library resources, and created new linkages, partnerships, and collaborations. As we order our annual activities based on approved plans, our execution of it is prayerfully undertaken and is always inspired by the Word of God. In this regard, every year, the management of St. Paul's University, under the guidance of the University Council, we choose an appropriate Bible verse or text which inspires us to proceed with focus and with resolve. This year's theme is taken from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, which says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." This verse aptly tells our story here at St. Paul's University. It indeed testifies to how God has always been faithful to us. We may have had our fair share of challenges, but we are ever strengthened to stay the course and achieve set goals. We are grateful to our council, to our staff, and our students who believe in our cause. Together, we are ever more determined to aspire to greater heights, to expand our infrastructure, human and other resources, as we strive for excellence in all aspects of our work. In the coming year, we plan to construct a bigger chapel and a purpose-built school of theology. Our graduates, as we send you out for service to God and humanity, we also invite you to partner with us. As I know, the Alumni Association's chairman, who will shortly address us, will urge you, please register with the Alumni Association and become part of our continuing success story. I invite you to consider giving back a little to your alma mater, and together we can only be stronger. Thank you to you all. Congratulations to you, the class of 2019, and God bless you all. Amen.
Thank you very much, Professor Joseph Galgalo. It is the time for the university choir, led by the Reverend Dr. Zebedi Muga, to give us a presentation.
There is a candle in every soul. There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold.
There is a
Spirit who brings power,
ignites a
candle and makes his soul. Carry your candle, run to the darkness,
seek out the
hopeless
confused and
soul. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle, go light your walk. Take your candle, go light your walk. Frustrated brother, see how we strive to light his own candle some other way.
see now your
She's been broken right to
still holds a
candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run darkest stars. Carry your candle, run to the darkness.
Seek out the hopeless
Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your war. Take your candle, go light your
Thank you very much. As we appreciate the St. Paul's University Choir, we want to encourage our graduating class to take their candle, go out there and be servants of God and humanity, as the St. Paul's University motto goes. Let me now take this opportunity to invite Mr. Samson Kiptum, who is the chairman of the St. Paul's University Alumni Association, to give his speech, after which we are going to sing the St. Paul's University anthem together.
Thank you. The Chief Guest, the University Chancellor, University Council, Board of Trustees, and Board of Management, all staff, students, graduates, your families, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure and honor to stand here today on behalf of St. Paul University Alumni Association. I congratulate the graduating class of 2019 for making it to the graduation after a long, hard work and sacrifice. Since inception, St. Paul University has produced many graduates who are now among the over 20,000 members of St. Paul University alumni body. I do believe you have been looking forward to your graduation and a time when you will be, we will be alumni of this great university. As Alumni Association, graduation is a very important occasion for us because it allows us to officially receive you as our members. You now cross over from student life into alumni life with great hopes. Allow me to say something about the association you are joining today after your graduation. This is the 28th graduation ceremony, which means for over 28 years, the association has received members from all over the globe. Recently, the university conducted a tracer survey of the SPU alumni, and the findings shows that most of our alumni all keep positions in industries and organizations globally. Some of the alumni work as far as the United Kingdom, the USA, the Middle East, and in almost all African countries. Therefore, as you graduate today, you are joining an international association that is globally connected and rich in diversity. If I was to mention, I would name many, but I know even in today's congregation, the leadership of the university is largely made up of the university alumni. We thank you very much for giving back to your university of choice. St. Paul University Alumni Association, SPUAA, was established and registered 10 years ago, and it is guided by the association's constitution, which establishes organs of governance and leadership. Currently, we have the alumni committee comprising of the chairperson, the vice chairperson, secretary general, deputy secgen, treasurer, and chapter secretaries. The chapter secretaries, the chapter secretaries are geographically demarcated such that the committee have representation from the coast, the northeastern, the central Kenya region, Nairobi, Rift Valley, and western and Nyanza region. One of the roles of the Alumni Association is to come together for the betterment of our members and our alma mater. We have so far been engaged in programs and activities geared towards developing our members. Alumni to alumni interactions have also helped in creating connections and building networks that has helped in creating access to opportunities and business success. We welcome you as new members to join us in this year's project to enhance the two pillars of the university, which is academic excellence and spiritual formation. Our major focus is to support the construction of modern chapel for the community workshop, among other events. In conclusion, to facilitate your membership as alumni after your graduation, kindly visit the alumni stand where you will be guided on the registration process. I look forward to seeing you contribute in making St. Paul University a better place than you found it. Congratulations again for this great achievement. God bless the alumni and entire St. Paul fraternity.
We ask that we all arise now so that we can join together in singing the St. Paul's University anthem.
Almighty God, bless St. Paul's, the University of servants of God, that endeavors to promote unity because God wants us to be united. We are servants of God and humanity. We are servants of God and humanity, producing quality servants of God. St. Paul's may grow to greater heights of service and dedication to God and humanity. Almighty God, bless St. Paul's, the University of servants of God, that we may grow and grow to greater height of service and dedication. We are servants of God and humanity. We are servants of God and humanity, producing quality servants of God. St. Paul's may grow to greater heights of service and dedication to God and humanity.
Thank you very much. We can now take our seats.
I'm one of those proud St. Paulians sitting on this podium today. And among us, there are many others. Just to mention, maybe including my immediate Chancellor, Chancellor Emeritus, the Reverend Dr. Samuel Kobia, and among many others, one that I'm going to ask to come and address us now, after which I will request him that he kindly, before he sits, he invites Madam Chancellor, the Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, to give her remarks, after which, once she is done, we humbly request her, our Chancellor, to invite the chief guest, to introduce and invite the chief guest, Honorable Ambassador Ukuri Atani. For now, allow me to invite the chairman of the University Council, one of our greatest alumni, His Grace the Archbishop, the Most Reverend Dr. Jackson Olesapit, to come and give his speech, after which he will invite the Chancellor.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. And indeed, I affirm and confirm I am an alumni of this university. The chief guest, Honorable Ambassador Ukuri Atani, Cabinet Secretary for Labor and Social Security, and the Acting Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, the University Chancellor, Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, members of the University Council, the Board of Trustees, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Canon Joseph Galgalo, the Board of Management, the Senate, invited guests, faculty members, staff, parents, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of St. Paul's University Council, I am much delighted to welcome you all today to our 28th graduation ceremony. First and foremost, I give all honor and glory to God, our Creator. Thanks be to God who has given us life, and by His grace and mercy, made it possible for us to witness this year's graduation ceremony. I also take this opportunity to congratulate our graduates for their hard work and dedication that have seen them successfully complete their studies. Congratulations, our 2019 graduating class. Today's ceremony attests to the rising profile of St. Paul's University as one of the oldest institutions of higher learning in this region, but also a young university, having transited from a theological school that was begun in 1903 to become a fully fledged university in the year 2007. Over the years, we have expanded rapidly in increasing our programs, human resource capacity, and in infrastructure and support academic excellence, a vision we execute as guided by Christian principles. Our programs are designed and delivered with a focus on practical values and relevance in mind. Our goal is so that our graduates are sufficiently equipped to know what to do with their qualifications without necessarily depending on others to dictate to them about what they could be and could become in their areas of expertise. Today, we celebrate yet another milestone. We celebrate yet another milestone where we are graduating over 2,500 students who have qualified for the award of diplomas and conferment of degrees. This year, we are graduating students in more academic disciplines than we have done in the past. This is a testimony to our steady and quantitative and qualitative growth as we thank God for His generous provisions, sustainability and many achievements. Our chief guest, the Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we emphasize the need for holistic education, we are driven by a desire to see a societal transformation that can promote quality of life, which can support the wholesomeness of our people in a wholesome nation. St. Paul's University is an important player in the realization of this big picture, and thus, as a council and the trustees are committed to promoting a competitive, value-driven institution of higher learning. In less than a decade of its accreditation as a fully fledged university, St. Paul's University has flourished in ways that has realized the dreams of our founders. We are committed that this growth trajectory is maintained without losing track of the dream that model a Christian institution that can truly change lives. As we continue to grow, let us remain faithful to our mission and a vision, and let us endeavor to make it clear to everyone who join us or become associated with St. Paul's University. It is my hope that our management, senate, administrators, faculty, and students will continue to forge forward as we aspire to become an exemplary model of a wholesome institution. I reiterate the need to remain true to our founder's dream to provide transformative education founded and guided by Christian principles, as our motto encourages us to always do our best in our endeavor to serve God and humanity. Our chief guest, I would like to appreciate the stability and the commendable growth that St. Paul's University has continued to realize. Over the years, we have become one of the leading private universities in the region. We established already in offering disciplines in humanities, arts, social sciences. This year, we admitted our first cohort of nursing students, and as we set to begin many other courses in health sciences, this achievement is a culmination of a long journey that started more than 5 years ago. The school is now fully equipped with the required laboratories, other facilities, and qualified faculty. With already a long waiting list of many students who are chosen to join us, we are set to train health practitioners who will handle healthcare with a difference. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, allow me to congratulate those who are graduating today. As we commend you graduates, we send you out also with our prayers and best wishes. This year's graduating theme, Inculcating Integrity for Sustainable Development, reflects our aspirations, but also is a calling to you to become champions of integrity. Our context today is increasingly becoming deficient of this all-important value. If only we all embrace our lives of integrity and brought up our children to model integrity, and if only we can be guided by the principles of integrity in dealing with one another, the world will be a better place. This is because moral authority comes from following universal and timeless principles like honesty and integrity. In a world driven by greed, men and women of integrity are often seen as foolish. I urge you to consider the wisdom that whereas greed may give a short-term gain, only integrity affords long-term wealth. As the writer of the book of Proverbs observes, it is better the poor whose walk is blameless than the rich whose ways are perverse. Believe me, greed in the long run only leads to shame and death. As a true St. Paulian, we shall count on you to influence your world. As you sang that beautiful song, light your candle to a dark world. Be it a small step at a time. With a spirit of integrity, you may have to make sacrifices in the beginning, but the long view, fueled by patience, and integrity has never failed anyone. As I conclude, I sincerely thank individuals and organizations who have continued to make significant contributions to the growth and stability of the university, particularly in these past years. Thank you to our chief guest and our Chancellor. University to even greater heights. Once again, thank you all very sincerely. May God bless and keep you and bless your going out and your coming in. And it is now my singular honor to welcome and invite our University Chancellor, Honorable Margaret Kobia, Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, to come and address the congregation.
Thank you very much, His Grace. Ambassador Okul Yatan, Cabinet Secretary for Labor, Social Security, and Acting Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury and Planning. Reverend Dr. Jackson Olisapit, the Chairman of the University Council, the Most Reverend Julius Mwamba, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, members of the Council, Chancellor Emeritus Dr. Samuel Kobia, members of the University Senate, Management Board members, faculty and the staff, parents, distinguished invited guests, guardians, sponsors, and the class of 2019. It is a great honor for me to preside over the 28th graduation ceremony and in my capacity as the Chancellor. I warmly welcome you all to celebrate with us. This year's graduation marks yet another milestone in our work, and we are grateful to God and many people who are continuing to contribute to our manifold achievements. I would also like to extend a special welcome to my cabinet colleague and a friend who is our chief guest and the keynote speaker for today, Honorable Ambassador Okul Yatan. Chief guest, sir, thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Even amidst your very, very busy schedule, you found time to be with us, and we are not taking it for granted. Karibu sana. Our graduates are a stamp of quality that sets us apart as a university. We strive to integrate academic excellence and Christian moral values. We emphasize on value-based knowledge and deploy a holistic approach to learning. We do this in order to produce graduates who are able to apply a holistic view of life in the service of God and humanity. This year's graduation theme, Inculcating Integrity and Sustainable Development, reflects our endeavor. Integrity and sustainable development are two key ideas in this theme. Integrity is one of our university's 6 core values. Integrity for us is an important, not only for its practical value in promoting quality and humanity relations, but also that it is in line with our national aspirations. The Constitution of Kenya, for example, in Article 10.2, stipulates the following national aspiration, that is patriotism, national unity, the rule of law, human dignity, equity, among many other integrity and the sustainable development as values. We train our graduates to become integrated champions. We challenge them to not only to accept the false dichotomy between ethical service and professionalism. It is our hope that they will impact the round of work, one step at a time, and offer the much-needed value-based leadership and ethical services, which our community so badly needs. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have already said enough regarding integrity. Let me look briefly and comment on sustainable development. According to United Nations, Sustainable Development Goals refers to development that satisfies the needs of the present without compromising the capacity for future generations. Sustainable development is sustainable only if it guarantees balance between economic growth and the care for environment and the social well-being. Exposed in the Vision 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development Goals, a call to action to protect the planet and the global well-being of the people. These common goals require active involvement of individuals, business, institutions, and countries around the world. The Sustainable Development Goals are a blueprint to achieve better and a more sustainable future for all and leaving no one behind. Without integrity, it will be difficult, if not impossible, to achieve any of these goals in any sustainable manner. I hope you see the connection between the two ideas, that is, integrity and sustainable development, the way I do. Ladies and gentlemen, and our chief guest, when I was installed in this position of the Chancellor and the titular leader of St. Paul's University a year ago, I offered my commitment to serve the university in the following 5 areas. 1, to be the head of the university and in the name of the university, confer degrees and grant diplomas, certificates, and other awards of the university. I have always looked forward to this day of graduation, and I thank God for this opportunity that we are doing this today on this graduation. I want to congratulate all those who are graduating today. Today, the university is going to graduate about 2,500 graduates. 2, as the Chancellor, I am to direct inspection of the university or inquiry into the teaching, research, and any other work of the university. This is a mandate that I have followed through consultation and with the passion to support the teaching and the research for quality education in this university. It is through this university that we are able to release the graduates that are ready to solve some of the challenges the world and this particular country is facing today. 3, further arranging for visitation into the general administration of the organization of the university in such a manner as may be provided by the university statute. 4, from time to time, give advice to the council which I may consider necessary for the betterment of the university. I thank the governing council that has continued to support the university management and give policy direction so well that I do not have to struggle with that and I'm at peace. 4, 5, enjoy such other powers and privileges and perform such other functions as may be provided in the statute. I thank those who have been with me in this journey so far. I am confident that together we will continue working to make this university achieve its stated vision and mission. I believe that we have the capacity and the resources required. If we put together in the same direction and accept the need to change, that will enable us to grasp the enormous opportunities before us. We shall make it. The honors lies with each one of us and with each one of the members of this university family to play our rightful role. When we work together, we will find amicable solutions to the problems that we face. I give you my pledge that I will continue to do my best as your Chancellor, that I can help and become a member of the team to build a more stronger foundation and get more strength as we move forward to the future. As I conclude, I urge you then to live a life of integrity. And one Brian Brown once said, and I quote, "Integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what is right over what is fun. First, choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy, and choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them." I may also add, there is no right time to do a wrong thing. The point is to let us believe in what we say and do what we believe in, even if there is nobody watching. You now have the knowledge from St. Paul's University. It is my prayer as the Chancellor that God gives you understanding and wisdom as you go to the world to serve. Finally, let me say it doesn't matter where you are coming from right now or where you are. What really matters is where you want to go. What vision are you carrying as you are leaving St. Paul's? We now know it is not so much what we studied in the university, but it's so much what you do with it, and what vision and mission you live for, and what values you are going to live in. May I remind all of us who are graduating today that your destiny is in your own hands. You have no one to blame, not the government, not your parents, not your neighbors, not your employer, but so long as you keep God first and you follow your passion, I'm sure you will succeed. I thank you for your kind attention, and now it is my singular honor and a privilege to introduce our chief guest, who is going to give us our keynote address. Our chief guest this morning is a servant leader, is a champion of education, and that's why he is here. He has been a civil servant of many years by excellence. He has been an ambassador for Kenya for a number of years. He has been a governor, His Excellency the Governor of Marsabit. And now he is the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Services, and acting Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury and Planning. I don't think we would have gotten a better chief guest for today. Can we put our hands together as we welcome our chief guest, CS Ukul Yatan. Karibu sana.
The University Chancellor, Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, the University Council Chairman, His Grace Dr. Jackson Olesapit, members of the University Governing Council and the Board of Trustees, parents, guardians, graduating class of 2019, students and friends of St. Paul's University, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great honor for me to be here today as the chief guest at this 28th graduation ceremony of St. Paul University here in Limuru. Foremost, allow me to extend my sincere appreciation to the University Chancellor and my colleague, Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, for inviting me to this momentous occasion. Indeed, this is a great day to celebrate, and more so, to congratulate the graduating class together with all those involved in making this day a success. I must confess that I was here some 18 years ago to visit the Vice Chancellor who was just returning from United Kingdom from his studies. And I acknowledge the tremendous growth of the university from both infrastructural facilities that have been put in place to the sheer number of students at this institution. This is a very big contrast with what I saw 18 years ago. And I want to congratulate the university management and the university community for having made sure that this university has grown to the length and width that now we are hosting this number of congregation. Congratulations. St. Paul's University has over the years established itself as a premier Christian university of choice with a well-crafted mission and vision. It aims to inculcate and develop servant leadership by imparting knowledge, skills, and values through creative methods of education, research, and Christian spiritual formation. In this regard, I commend the university administration on its effort to develop holistic individuals, apart from emphasizing academic excellence. It is very easy to impart knowledge, to memorize, to get skills, but the virtue of honesty, good morality, and developing a holistic human being takes a courage and requires full commitment of not one person, but the entire community within that region. Furthermore, the effort of the university to nurture future generations, entrenched in morality and ethics based on the Christian faith is highly valued. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having been established as a theological college in 1903, 116 years ago, St. Paul's University has over the years contributed to the shaping of socio-economic progress of this nation through its prominent alumni, who have gone on to hold positions of high responsibilities and influence, both in the church and the wider society. For instance, I recognize the chairman of the University Council, who is also the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Kenya and an alumni of 1994 class. I'm informed that he and current Vice Chancellor Professor Galgalo were mentored by another well-known alumni, the Archbishop Emeritus Dr. Eliud Wabukala, who is also the current chairman of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. You can imagine the focus. We've done poorly in terms of integrity, that we have to have a commission that will be dealing by it. And no other person was found except an alumni of St. Paul University. I think it's something to be proud of. Indeed, it has been confirmed to me that the top leaders of almost all the mainline churches, the Anglican Church, the Presbyterian, the Methodist, the Reformed churches, and many others are alumni of St. Paul's University. Looking at the list of leaders who have gone through this institution, you admire how they have walked the talk and remained truthful to the tenets and teaching of St. Paul's, where service citizen with dignity and is an integral element of life. While lauding the university for these momentous achievements, it is imperative that it builds on the established good track record by also excelling in other fields of studies it has begun to offer, from business-related courses, health sciences, communication and journalism, technology and development studies. I have no doubt that with the unique mainstreaming of Christian ethics and values in the design and delivery of programs, we look forward to seeing more refined graduates, adorable role models, as well as transformative leaders for this country moving forward. When I was requested to be one of the guests at this graduation ceremony, I took some time to reflect on the theme for this graduation, integrity for sustainable development. Integrity is a key pillar in the realization of sustenance of the well-being of any society. Integrity means predictability. Integrity means honesty. Integrity means dependability. Integrity means a good person who can be trusted. Logically, with this lack of integrity, sustainable development is hard to come by, because all the attributes that I've mentioned, since they cannot be predicted and placed in where it's supposed to be, you cannot sustain any relationship. You cannot sustain development, because the person behind the movement, the person carrying out that development, cannot be depended upon. That's why integrity and sustainable development are one and the same thing, and they can be a big success if the integrity is at the heart of it. This key value is unfortunately being eroded at an alarming rate in our country today. It appears our traditional social anchors, including the family, community, are failing in their role of transmitting these and such other cherished values to the young ones. If you open any daily newspaper, there must be a matter to do with corruption. There must be a matter that acts against the social norms. It does not segregate from children to parents, from leaders to youth, from youth to the elderly. It's becoming a very big concern. Where is our moral compass? The leaders and the communities of 60, 70 years ago and what we are doing now is actually a shame. We are currently faced with challenges of the citizen looking for shortcuts to luxurious life and wealth without working hard enough to earn them. And since element of integrity and morality is strong at these institutions, maybe we need more of you to hold leadership position in this country, because you've been mentored properly, you've been taught properly. This culture of impatience and greed has destroyed many youths and affecting the whole country. We are faced with challenges. Those of us in leadership positions now, we get a lot of pressure from the youth to get them jobs, to get them opportunities. But the youths are very selective. They are not only looking for jobs, but they are looking for jobs that will make easy money, bad money. Most of them want to work as procurement officers. Most of them want to work in areas where there are some other hidden benefits, wrong benefits, benefits that we teach every day against. This is really not how life should be. There shouldn't be shortcut. We must work hard. The best reward is the result of hard work, where you can see that trajectory of growth in your life. From the time you started working to the time when you start owning a car and a house in a decent manner, is what we shall aspire to be. As a nation, we should aim at mainstreaming good values in the school curriculum with emphasis on the practical component of every subject. We need to reward good virtues and practice of integrity. We need to reprimand its absence. Dishonesty must not be recognized or glorified as we see sometimes. It's not something to be proud of. As St. Paul's prepares to align itself for the impact of competence-based curriculum, I encourage you to take seriously the need for a practical approach to learnings backed by actual research for the benefit of society. I know that you are well on your way in that direction by offering programs such as practical entrepreneurial skills, business for sustainable development, and community engagements, all of which are aimed at providing a well-rounded establishment with a view to producing students who are ready to become employers rather than employees, and who have the capacity to a large extent to be creative and well-equipped with relevant skills to be competitive on the global market. As a country, to achieve desired levels of development and to further realize the President's Big Four agenda, our President's Big Four agenda of food security, manufacturing that is going to stimulate the economy through provision of employment, universal health coverage, and affordable housing. This addresses the core of humanity. It addresses the core basic survival of humanity: food, decent living, housing, and better health. We must not only require skilled workforce, but critical mass of citizens with impeccable integrity for sustainable development. All the good things that we have mentioned here will require resources, but we require much more than resources. We require much more by having the right people to be taking care of those resources and directing to where they belong, including the Agenda 4. That's why the teaching and the practice is key. This university, renowned for its rich ethical history, has the potential of being an essential catalyst in changing the moral discourse of our country. My appeal to graduates is that you go out there and shine. If you take the teachings of St. Paul's with you, there's no room for failure. There's no room to now look at other direction of those areas that we are now forming commissions to fight. You are the best example. Be good ambassadors of the university by staying truthful to its teaching and practice, and by also remaining faithful to your nation. As always, keep in mind that the progressive development of our nations depends heavily on well-trained, but also servants of good discipline and moral values. As a Minister for Labor, sometimes we are faced with serious dilemma, because one of his roles is to make sure that we look for opportunities where we can create jobs. We can align graduates from our teaching facilities, graduates from our institutions of higher learning, to transit into the job market. But there has been serious mismatch between the graduates we produce and the demand of the industry. And unless quite a number of them go through certain retraining, it becomes quite difficult. If you now get graduates of engineers and other fields and directly take them to market, it becomes quite difficult because they will require a bit of time to retrain and adapt to the practical skills. This is very important. Groups from northern Kenya, I reflect what life and destiny holds for each one of us. For me and others from that region, hardship and life adversities were our constant companions, particularly in our childhood journey. where schools were hard to come by. Beating all odds, traversing the many life hurdles, and now serving the country in a critical position of public service can only be a result of sustained life resolve with a purpose to serve humanity. It's not very easy. At a time that when some of us went to school, and particularly coming from northern Kenya, it's been a journey. It's been a journey on reflection. It's only the brave and the gifted that can transcend to where position of leadership was some of us hold now. It's been a journey where you can stay 2-3 years without seeing your parents because you've gone to boarding school in standard 1, and your community, your family are always on the move to look for pastures and better opportunities. By the time you close school, maybe your parents are 300 kilometers away. There were no vehicles then. At that age, you have to walk for a number of days to find where your family was sighted last. They were in the West when you went to school. After another 3 months, when the school closes, they are in opposite direction. So it's been a journey of resilience. It's been a journey of commitment. It's a journey of appreciation that life can provide you with all you deserve. You need just to work hard, you need to get focused, and you need to be truthful to your vision. Whatever you want to be, you'll always get. But there's no shortcut to life. It's only hard work and consistency. But at the heart of it, you must know that you are a human being, and you've been accorded an opportunity to make a difference to humanity. And that's what we aspire day and night to do. We have a duty to ourselves, we have a duty to our communities, we have a duty to our country to work hard and make a difference and make the lives of others who will come after us a better place to live. That's why I take this unique God's favor with seriousness by reminding myself of this call of service to aspiring to work hard at all times, give more to society as evidenced by, among others, our humble contribution. In realizing the importance of humanity and the need to make a difference, because if we did not benefit from, some of us benefited from the early Catholic missionaries who took us to school and gave us all that we desired. We have a duty to do the same. I, in my own humble capacity as a family, myself, my wife and children, we formed a family foundation, and currently I'm educating 200, and proud to say that I'm educating 250 students through education, because I know the pain some people have taken to see me to where I am today. We have a duty to give back. Hard work, desire for success, intolerance to laziness, but importantly, understanding unique privilege of public service that must be tempered with humility, honesty, and giving back to the society has been the hallmark of my journey and the journey of quite a number of us. Irrespective of any position you occupy in society, you should know that it's a position of service. It's not only a position for you, it's a position for this country. And we must work hard to leave a legacy of faith, of integrity, of making a difference to many others, particularly minorities in this country. I challenge the graduates as they go outside to pursue jobs or other endeavors to sustain a strong life's purpose and resolve, and for sure you'll never go wrong in life. As long as you have a purpose, as long as you know where you are going, as long as you know that more than yourself, there are many others who will look unto you, you will maintain the path and you will not go wrong. I must say that the biggest hindrance to one's ambition is the fear of failure, and I challenge you not to be. Because unless you try, unless you fail and do it better, the fear of failure leads to inertia. And that will not really make any difference in the world. You need to identify what you love to do early in life, set the deliverable targets, and cherish the steps of success. The steps of success is not easy, but you can navigate in a pleasurable manner if you love and desire to do a difference. You must also allow adversity occasionally to test your strength, because if you do not get exposed to those difficult situations of decision making, of redrawing your steps, then life will be normal. It will not be easy life, but it will not be pleasurable life. But when you are faced with adversity, challenges in life, you will always come out better. You need to always identify yourself with networks of disciplined friends with similar set of values that encourages you to achieve your goals. The world of today is quite destructive, particularly to the youth. The era of internet, the era of mobile phones, the era of interacting with any person in any part of this country is quite a destructive gadget. So you need to really identify yourself with the right company. A lot of things that have gone wrong is because you tend to pick a bad habit from your friends. You pick one, you pick two, then at the time you realize it will be a point of no return. You will be destroyed. And in many society, the youth of the youths are having serious challenges. But very many have succeeded. And St. Paul, the graduates today, you have no reason to fail because you've been prepared adequately. You've not only been prepared for the academic journey, but you've also been prepared and nurtured for the moral journey. You must temper the two. You must work alongside each other so that you become a whole person that's going to really change the course and destiny of this country. Have a purposeful imagination as it stimulates innovation and gives your life's options as a necessary catalyst for your survival. My own experience and encounter with challenges in an impoverished environment is a reminder that what the powers of imagination can give. Hard work, strong will to succeed can shape anyone's future and become a driving force in life journey. The degrees and diplomas you have earned today will help you to connect with the world, with the outside world, so that you make a positive difference to humanity. The graduates today, the enormous privileges accorded to you and sacrifices made by others, particularly your parents, deserve appreciation and deserve recognition at all times. And also not forgetting God's grace for this providence. You can confirm that there were many who joined first year of your studies with you, but because of various reasons, including lack of tuition fees, did not get to witness this occasion. This will really trigger a lot of things in you. You are a creation of God. You are not special to your neighbor. You are not special to your friend. You are not special in any way more than your colleague. How come that you've reached this far? How come that others who join with you are no longer there? Some have gone to different areas. Some have dropped out, quite a number. So this should actually give you that challenge that apart from your hard work, your parents and a number of people gave you an opportunity which others didn't have. So you should work hard and be appreciative of your parents at all times. I not only congratulate you, but I also congratulate your families, the university community, and all that have made a difference in as far as your journey is concerned. I believe you have worked so hard to earn the award of diploma and degrees about to be conferred to you today. I'm confident that you have been nurtured not only academically, but also in a Christian value that St. Paul University is richly known for. We count on you to bring on board fresh thinking and creative ideas that can energize the job market, instill virtues of honesty and patriotism in this country that this country deserves. There are no shortcuts. I want to repeat again, there are no shortcuts to good life. there are no shortcuts to good, peaceful, and rewarding life. There could be shortcuts to richness, but those are dangerous routes to go. You may only be happy for a short time, but if you want a sustainable life, a peaceful life, a rewarding life, then there's no shortcut except hard work, consistency in upholding decent behavior, appreciation of life cycle, and understanding that the positions we hold today are not indefinite. We have all transferred through this. There, here, the leadership, but there's nothing permanent. But whatever position that has been accorded, you must do your best, and you must remember that you are a human like any other. And you must pull many others who did not get the privilege of being in that place. You may also need to know that life is a long learning journey, and you must aspire to reach the academic apex, irrespective of age, irrespective of length of work, because there are many students who earn their PhDs while they're in their 60s and 70s. So I challenge you to not only stop where you are, but work harder and reach the academic journey, the top of the academic journey. Honorable guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I congratulate everyone who made this university a remarkable institution with a difference, and for all your contribution in building the Kenya that we all desire to see. May God Almighty bless our nation and its youth, on whose shoulders the development and the future lies. I thank you all, and God bless you once again.
Thank you very much, sir. We want to appreciate that great speech. Let us put our hands together once again for such an inspiring speech from our guest speaker. I would like to ask that we all arise. We will join together with the St. Paul's University Praise and Worship team in singing two songs. And if you are able to join with them and even sing with them, it will be wonderful. But I would like to ask if we could all arise.
Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Bwana. Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Bwana. Wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa inua. Yesu wa inua. Yesu wa amani. Yesu wa amani. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Yesu wa baraka. Mungu Baba.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, praise and worship. Now we can take back our seats. Thank you for those wonderful songs. It is now the time that we want to come to the climax of this particular graduation ceremony, where we will have the Chancellor conferring degrees and awarding diplomas and certificates. And in order to usher us into that moment, I would like to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Charity Rungu, to come and lead us in that.
Our guest of honor, Honorable Ambassador Ukuri Atani, CS for Labor, Social Protection, and Acting Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Planning. Our University Chancellor, Honorable Professor Margaret Kobia, the Chairman of the University Council, His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Jackson Olesapit, and the entire University Council. Our Chancellor Emeritus, the Reverend Dr. Sam Kobia, the Vice Chancellor, St. Paul's University, all our invited guests, distinguished, all our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. In our 28th graduation ceremony, we present 2,726 graduates for the conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates, all of St. Paul's University. Most of the graduates are present today, but a few from our affiliate and collaborating colleges will graduate in absentia. Since its accreditation in 2007, the university has continued to grow its program and student numbers. Today, we are graduating the pioneer classes of the following programs: Master of Arts in Communication Studies, Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Security Studies, as well as Diploma in Music and Diploma in Kenya Sign Language Interpretation. The graduates we are releasing today have undergone a rigorous academic process, and we are fully confident that we have done what was required of us. This has been possible through the joint effort of the St. Paul's community, of course, with the help of God. The St. Paul's University community has over the years continued on the path set out by the founders, that of a genuine commitment to academic excellence and faithful Christian service. Over the years, we have continued our civil and Christian duty of passing on these virtues to the students who pass through our hands. Allow me, Madam Chancellor, to thank the faculty for their relentless effort and commitment in ensuring that we offer quality education. These dedicated men and women are always ready to go an extra mile to ensure that our students get the requisite knowledge, skills, and godly values that set them above others in the marketplace. With the holistic education approach, we ensure that the potential in each candidate, in each student, is brought out. Thank you, colleagues, for the great work. You made my work at SPU enjoyable. To the administrative staff, and in particular, the Dean of Students' Office, without your guidance and unwavering support, Some of these graduates seated here today would have given up if not continued. Thank you for going beyond the call of duty to ensure that they got the mentorship and the psychosocial support they so confidence and follow the footsteps of the alumni of SPU, some of whom, they have already been mentioned, are seated before us and are doing great things for the society. The secret of success, they can confirm, is to put God first, seek His kingdom first, and always work with all your heart, as if working for the Lord in all that you do. All the best as you step out of St. Paul's. We will be praying for you. And now over to the climax of the ceremony, the conferment of the degrees and the award of the diplomas and certificates. Allow me briefly just to remind you of the procedure that we are going to follow. As your name is read out, we will ask you to kindly stand and remain standing until each name in your particular program is read out. Then you will momentarily take your seat. And then after all the names in a particular category, for example, the masters is read out, we will again ask all of you to stand so that the award or the conferment is done by the Chancellor. You will then bow and take your seats. I ask you, all of you, to remain seated and to remain quiet until the end of the ceremony. The order of presentation of graduates for the various conferment and awards is as follows. We will start with the master's degrees, we'll go to the bachelors, then diplomas, and finish with certificates. And now, I call upon the deans of faculties to present the graduates for the conferment of the master's degree of St. Paul's University in the following order. Master in Theology, Master of Arts in Islam, Christian, Muslim Relations, to be presented by the Reverend Professor Divas Chamorion, the Dean, Faculty of Theology. Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Communication Studies, to be presented by Dr. John Muhoho, the Dean, Faculty of Business, Computer Science, and Communication Studies. Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Master of Development Studies, Master of Education in Early Childhood Studies, to be presented by Dr. Suleiman Mwangi, the Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, in that order. The Dean.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have satisfied the Board of Examiners and the Senate of St. Paul's University for the award of the master's degree of St. Paul's University in the following disciplines. Master in Theology, Counseling Specialization, Kithaiga Hiram Ngundo, Kariuki Jane Wambui, Mukima Jonathan Musau, Nguni Veronica Wangari, Nyangweso Moses Alois Wangudi, Onyangi Buluma David, Old Testament Specialization, Maina Bernard Kairu, Orangi Josephat Kaunda, Systematic Theology Specialization, Kairu Joyce Waruguru, Murithi Julius Mutembei, Ndegerege David Karudie, Master of Arts in Islam and Christian-Muslim Relations, Karuku Kelvin Katua, Lunyilicha Paul, Meto Winnie Cherono, Mohamed Ahmed Keria, Thiongo Geoffrey Kashukia.
Finance Specialization, Bibin Purity Chepkemoi, Fernandez Mitchell Isabella, Irungu John Matthias, Kamau George Mohoho, Kiton Joyce Mongere, Kombo George Momo, Moki Nancy Mbensa, Ndeton Zao. Strategic Management Specialization, Benjamin Harun Mwangi, Kichigo Sylvester Mungo, Julius Chebet Chebi, Kaba Grace Wanjiro, Kiplagas Raymond Chebon, Kiprono Evans Koske, Kiprotich Susan Wanjiro, Kadumbu Simon Muturi, Makwaro Geoffrey, Materusi Washeke, Martin Salome Adhiambo, Mohamed Kwama Hussein, Mugu Aris Njeri, Mururi Ann Njeri, Murray Dori Mumo, Musembi Samson Vate, Muteti Penina Zembi, Mutuvi Benjamin Mutua, Matata Jonathan Piri, Maura Harun Kamau, Dungu Mary Wanjiko, Njeri Benjamin Mushangi, Jeroge Edin Mwangi, Juguna Gideon Kahori, Odongo Owen Ouma, Umuro Garrison Otenya, Ondari Isaac Ondiek, Tere Chikwech, Procurement and Supply Chain Management Specialization, Mbugwa Mary Nyukabi, Nyangao Ruth Mukera. Masters of Arts in Communication Studies, Ocheng Agnes Odhiambo, Seka Paul Vinaya.
Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Ogada Karen Anyango, Wanga Patrick Wambunya, Wariru Nancy. Master of Development Studies, Child and Youth Development Specialization, Juma Mary Achieng, Karaoke Margaret Nyambura, Kasera Nancy Atieno. Community Development Specialization, Kahodia Regina Wanjikumbao, Kamodo James Gadere, Karaoke Edith Geshuku, Kambuchi Irene Hassandi, Hayala Simon, Mtika William Joseph Rabson, Mulele Wycliffe Lugulu, Mulingi Sheila Mueni, Musioki Dorocas Mukei, Ochieng Hazel Achieng, Onyango Rohin Otieno, Waweru Samuel Mwangi. Organizational Development Specialization, Atea Robinson Anyenga, Chiri John Washira, Juma David Kimeli, Kiarie Bernard Nixon, Maranga Bogonko Dennis, Ndururu Victor Wakumile, Ngatia Joseph Mwangi, Oremo Dulci Wanda, Waweru Caroline Nyambura. Conflict Transformation and Peace Building Specialization, Balongo Caleb Vincent, Peter Elizabeth Nzelani. Master of Education in Early Childhood Studies, Mutuku Betty Mumbua, Ndekeda Sharon Kanini.
All those whose names have been read, please stand.
By the powers vested in me by the Charter of St. Paul's University, I confer to you the master's degree of St. Paul's University in the following discipline: Master of Theology, Master of Arts in Islamic and Christian Muslim Relations, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Communication Studies, Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Master of Development Studies, Master of Education in Early Childhood Studies, and give you the powers to read and do all that pertains to this degree. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. You may now take your seats. I now call upon the deans and those assisting them to present the graduates for the conferment of the degree of St. Paul's University in the following order. The Reverend Professor Divas Chemorion, Bachelor of Divinity, Dr. John Mohoho, Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, Bachelor of Business and Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration and Management, Bachelor of Commerce, and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Dr. Suleiman Mwangi, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Security Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Community Development, Bachelor of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Bachelor of Arts in Leadership and Management, Bachelor of Arts in Peace and Conflict Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Bachelor of Education Arts, Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Development and Education, and Bachelor of Education, Special Needs Education.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have satisfied the Board of Examiners and the Senate of St. Paul's University for the award of the degree of St. Paul's University in the following disciplines: Bachelor of Divinity, Second Class Honors Upper Division, Andiki, Kigaria, Kithiga, Kidhinji, Kunga, Jira, Kaita, Kalenywa, Kamwara, Kariuki, Kiarie, Kinywa, Kiti, Kisongona, Kogo, Lendorop, Makau, Manguru, Mayen, Maza, Mbau, Mtisha, Mtuma, Mwachia, Mwai, Mwambingu, Mwangi, Mwadhi, Njeri, Nyaga, Nyaga Edward, Samaria, Wamusi, Wanderi, Wangai, Wanji, Wanjiku, Second Class Law Division, Chepkisa, Kichinga, Kago, Katunzi, Kibula, Mariga, Mberi, Mburu, Muhia, Mungai, Matabu, Njaki, Sachita, Sang, Wanjau, Pass.
Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Public Relations Specialization, First Class Honors, Cross Mercy Chepkemoi, Mateva Catherine Alimandu, Morara Monica Agima Kirubo, Mutu Catherine Mwende, Nyawira Cynthia Wangari, Ukumu Messi Onyango, Oyomba Caroline Onyango, Sawe John Kimtai. Second Class Honors Upper Division, Adega, Aiwa, Buire, Chege, Chepkajech, Chura, Kachoki, Ichana, Giduka, Ibishaka, Chepchumba, John, Kaim, Kamau, Karanja, Kariuki, Kibagio, Kungu, Maho, Maina, Malinda, Mande, Masewe, Mbada, Mbidhi, Budhia, Midhamo, Muharo, Munyao, Murioki, Mutua, Mwangi, Ndicho, Junge, Taia, Tete, Nyamari, Omoro, Onyango Consalata, Onyango Mwenda, Ouko, Sawe, Washeke, Wagwa, Wangui, Wanjiko, Wanyonyi. Second Class Lower Division, Chege Emmanuel, Chege Stanel, Gachengo, Gatere, Itau, Kamau, Kayanga, Kinywa, Kisaka, Kivuti, Mungai, Mureithi, Mutuma, Mwangi, Mwanik, Nodin, Okero, Onkoba, Robi, Cheryl, Waidhaka Eunice, Waidhaka Rosemary, Wasike, Wekesa. Development Communication Specialization, First Class Honors, Wairimu Martin Ranette. Second Class Honors Upper Division, Gadhambi, Kerubo, Kiprop, Mugo, Mwangara, Mwangi, Rotich, Dhaya. Second Class Lower Division, Cherono, Koskei, Macharia, Mwenda, Wamboi. Mass Communication Specialization, Second Class Upper Division, Cherimo, Chuai, Ding, Gadogo, Gai, Gachero, Yetumu, Huri, Imon, Irungu, Kamau, Karuru, Kaveta, Kennedy, Kefogo, Maina, Mariga, Muyendi, Dirango, Nganga, Nyetich, Odhiambo, Okoko, Omondi, Waite, Wamaidha, Dawane, Kamau, Kariuki, Katua, Maina, Murioki, Nganga, Nguru, Njoroge, Nyakundi, Ochieng, Oremo, Riongo, Simiu, Zirimbi, Waweru. Pass, Itonga. Publishing Specialization, Second Class Upper Division, Onyango, Double Majors, Publication and Development Specializations, Second Class Honors Upper Division, Ismail, Kahora, Maina, Inkorote, Nyanje, Nyiva, Pasua, Waidera. Mass Communication and Development Communication Specialization, First Class Honors, Nyawira Janet Mudhoni. Mass Communication and Publication Specialization, First Class Honors, Gadara Christine Wanjiro, Nganga Rosemary Gadoni, Rob Evin Yeri. second class honors upper division, Yamoi, second class lower division, Wanjohi. Bachelor of Business and Information Technology, first class honors, Ahao David Ouma, Murage Ann Nyagodhi, Nyambane Emmanuel Marocco, Wangati Venasen Duta. Second class upper division, Gwanda, Ikimilu, Irungu, Kamau, Karanja, Kaviati, Kimunto, Kimto, Kita, Komen, Veseketeti, Maina, Mbugwa, Mwendo, Munyau, Mutai, Mutua, Mutunga, Duraria, Ndoro, Ndungu, Nganga, Njoroge, Nyambura, Odhiambo, Wanjiko. Second class lower division, Givendu, Igambo, John, Kabue, Kamiti, Kanyua, Karanja, Kilunda, Kinyanjui, Kinywa, Kioi, Kiteme, Bugwa, Muhabinul, Mugo, Mutisia, Mutua, Ndonye, Ndugire, Jogi, Njoroge Lawrence, Njoroge Susan, Inkorete, Ntumbiri, Ugutu, Okwani, Otieno, Paul, Peter, Waiharo, Waihumbu, Paz, Kanyango, Kituto, Mbudhia. Bachelor of Business Administration and Management, Accounting Specialization, Wangari Virginia Wairimo. Second class honors upper division, Kakinya, Kamau, Karaoke. Second class lower division, Mudhoni, Njoroge, Owago, Opondo. Business Management Specialization, first class honors, Kambo Rachel Wamboi, Kavate Machor Kimansi, Mutuzia Caroline Kamene. Second class honors upper division, Abuki, Agiza, Akure, Cherotich, Livinji, Helen, Kabugwa, Kairithia, Kamau, Karema, Kere, Kingora, Kisilo, Kismiel, Kidheka, Itwachi, Riamo, Makada, Malua, Masero, Matata, Matuva, Mbiti, Mukui, Musioki, Musioka, Mutiria, Mutiso, Musoso, Mwangi, Ndugo. Dunda, Njeru, Njogu, Njoki, Zioki, Ontiri, Ompio, Wafula, Waita. Second class lower division, Angoya, Gazendu, Jobita, Kamau, Kimeu, Kitaka, Kivuva, Koske, Manyon, Muli, Munyiri, Mudhoka, Mutui, Mwangi, Dungu, Ngando, Njagi, Okwaro, Poro, Senga, Vosena. Finance Specialization First Class Honors, Kidiva, Francisca Obuga, Kimeu Benedict Vaati, Muringe Sharon Mudeu, Murioki Immaculate Karemi, Mudenga Angerin Mutuo, Mutisia Faith Mwende, Mwangi Nicholas Maina, Mwangi Phyllis Waithera, Paul Mas Wanjiko, Washira Dorcas Muhaki, Watito Joy Mukohe. Second class upper division, Adeso, Birgen, Bol, Bakwata, Edward, Gazitu, Gichohi, Gitau Josephine, Gitau Monica, Ide, Kabiru, Kagendo, Karaja Grace, Karaja Mary, Karaja Sylvia, Karungu, Kisilia, Ketel, Kihara, Kimani, Kiminda, Koril, Kiengo, Langat, Renesalesiat, Macharia, Mudhoka, Amos, Maina Dorcas, Maina Judy, Manyon, Monda, Muigai, Munyaro, Murioki Erastas, Murioki Esther, Mudoka, Mudhoni, Mutua, Mutuku, Mwaluko, Mwatete, Denga, Jenga Elizabeth, Jenga Masi, Nyambura, Nyingi, Ochieng, Ontiri, Otien, Otieno, Sare, Sikuku, Waema. Second class lower division, Aden, Boru, Cheruyoch, Chudia, Kahura, Kimani, Martin, Matena, Madenge, Mayen, Muniu, Mateheri, Mutua, Dungu, Gwara, Odhiambo, Oduor, Ogora, Sankare, Wangari, Wanyama, Woki, Pas, Wanyonyi, Mulefu. Human Resource Management Specialization First Class Honors, Katura Immaculate, Mavisi Violet Kanaga, Muchiri Esther Wangari, Mutuku Albanas Kiyoko, Obote Martins Kar, Okwaro Valentin Osibo, Sifuna Urgin Koba. Second class upper division. Agala, Anyango, Ashoa, Hassan, Ikoya, Joel, Juma, Karaoke, Kimani, Kirui, Bogo, Musini, Mutunu, Mwangi, Ndungu, Nganga, Njagi, Juguna, Nyambura, Ocheng, Omwom, Onserio, Otieno, Paul, Shida, Theuri. Second class upper division. Abdhaman, Adeke, Asin, Inyaro, Karao, Kimathi, Kinywa, Kyuva, Makacha, Makoha, Mwarwa, Murioki, Musyoka Vediris, Musyoka Grace, Mutisia, Mwambao, Mwanzia, Ndeto, Ngugi, Odhiambo, Oduor, Okoth, Otieno. Management Science Specialization First Class Honors Upper Division. Gadharu, Kirai, Mutua. Second Class Lower Division. Ekirapa, Jonde. Marketing Specialization. Second Class Upper Division. Gitao, Gitonga, Hassan, Kamau, Kanyoni, Karaoke, Kareithi, Makena, Marau, Baabu, Bakaya, Bugwa, Musyoke, Mutitika, Mwakio, Mweta, Dehera, Nganga. Magondu, Matere, Musia, Musuho, Washira, Pass, Ruaji. Purchasing and Supply Chain Management First Class Honors, Chirotich, Edna. Ireri Ricolin Jue, Kamau Naomi Wanjiko, Mora Nyangweso Robina, Mwema Frida Mweni, Muneno Harrison Brian Kamau, Mathiani Veronica Mwende, Ogega Jacqueline Mula, Oyaro Purity Kerubo, Sigei Fedrin Cherono. Second Class Upper Division. Achora, Auma, Gacheru, Gashoki, Yainya, Kamunyo, Karanja, Kasiva, Kiama, Kinanma, Kilonzo, Kirundu, Kimandi, Kimonde, Kimweru, Kinudhia, Kodada, Koech, Kuria, Rempati, Rialoshash, Robatan, Rumbi, Macharia, Maina, Muyunga, Mboya, Payei, Mutie, Mutua, Mwambala, Mwangi John, Mwangi Joseph, Ndungu, Gemu, Gedho, Ngugi, Njoki, Nkadha, Nyarigi, Odawa, Odhiambo, Okelo, Ouda, Ryungu, Sai, Sang, Sora, Dhairo, Dhuo, Washira, Wamai, Wambui, Wangui, Ya. Second Class Lower Division. Aaron, Abraham, Adan, Apaka, Awor, Bengat, Chege, Chegagat, Chepkoskei, Achara, Ichuki Esther, Ichuki Maureen, Hiro, Kanja, Kihumba, Kioko, Kiprop, Langat, Rielet, Mabena, Macharia, Maranga, Maritim, Meka, Mwasia, Mururi, Murandi, Mungai, Munyui, Mutura, Mutunga, Muturi, Mwangi, Nariari, Degua, Ududo, Ogaro, Oino, Umurudi, Shururi, Sira, Waema, Warara, Wangari, Pass, Kituka, Wamuyu. Double Specialization, Business Management and Finance Specialization. Second Class Honors Upper Division. Njagi, Business Management and Supply Chain Management Specialization. Second Class Honors Upper Division. Kanyanga, Finance and Management Science Specialization. Second Class Lower Division. Kause, Purchasing and Supply Chain Management and Finance Specialization. Second Class Lower Division. Njora, Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting Specialization. Second Class Honors Upper Division. Kirui, Mayeka, Business Management Specialization, Second Class Honors Upper Division. Waweru, Finance Specialization, First Class Honors. Umbuni Victor Ojango. Second Class Honors Upper Division. Kimantu, Mamo, Mbuvi, Juguna, Oyaro. Second Class Lower Division. Gitao. Marketing Specialization. Odhiambo, First Class Honors. Odhiambo Perez Adhiambo. Purchasing and Supply Chain Management Specialization, Second Class Honors Upper Division. Otieno, Toru. Second Class Lower Division. Karaoke. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, First Class Honors. Onkomba George. Award Rosalind Auma. Second class honors upper division. Maloa, Muregi, Musyoka, Mwaneki, Ndua, Ngige. Second class lower division. Aimba, Budi, Githeru, Mwangi, Dirangu, Goge, Njoroge, Odongo, Ogonga, Dhande.
Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Security Studies, first class honors, Kipkurui Matthew Biegon. Second class honors, upper division, Ngugi Otieno. Second class lower division, Gai Laban Njeri. Bachelor of Arts in Community Development, first class honors, Ndulu Michael Evelyn. Second class honors, upper division, Gatobu Ibrahim Ikwara, Indasi, Irungu, Kagunyi, Kaleli, Kavoi, Kimeu, Kimilu, Kithinji, Kiathi, Leyan, Machuma, Maina, Maithia, Makau, Maliti, Mbogwa, Mechuki, Mwasia, Mulama, Mulinge, Muriu, Muriuki, Mutiku, Mutinda, Mutua, Mutulu, Mutunga, Mwanzia, Mwololo, Ndathi, Nderi, Ngaur, Ngungu, Njage, Njoroge, Nyamae, Nyangor, Nzuki, Obiero, Ogama, Okelo Joseph, Okelo Walter, Okombo, Parole, Waithera, Adele, Benson, Ekai, Gatwalak, Gombo, Kabuchio, Kagiri, Kaisha, Kanyi, Maikoro, Madhira, Mathiaka, Mbaka, Mbithi Collins, Mbithi Stacy, Mutua, Mwangi, Njagi, Njoroge, Njue, Nyororit, Salau, Tandeo, Timoe, Washira John, Washira Phyllis, Wairimu. Bachelor of Arts in Counseling Psychology, first class honors, Kiberenge Deborah Wamboi, Bogwa Rosemary Wamboi, Molel David Mepukori. Second class honors, upper division, Baraka, Chebi, Geshuru, Kamati, Kamau, Karani, Kibe, Kingori, Lenaya, Richoro, Marietar, Maweu, Mburu, Mugendi, Mukendi, Mungai, Muniu, Musima, Musioki, Mwangi, Nganga Angela, Nganga Elizabeth, Ngera, Oganda, Oteku, Rute, Wagura, Wainaina, Yaipaso. Second class lower division, Agala, Cheruyot, Simani. Bachelor of Arts in Leadership and Management, first class honors, Kiiru Regina Mugure, Charungu Elizabeth Kavula, Munga Beth Ngoiri, Mwangi Nicholas Musheru. Second class honors, upper division, Dalamia, Karanja Esther, Karanja Jude Grace, Kiptui, Kisilu, Kitonyi, Kuria, Langat, Malenya, Mushunu, Muiruri, Mukuna, Mungai, Mwangi, Dieira, Jenga, Joroge, Oduor, Ojuang, Omar, Saoli, Soi. Second class lower division, Base, Ewelar, Imbai, Kamau, Karanja, Kariuki, Maina, Mbithi, Mudusi, Mutua, Mwangi, Nganga, Nzambonimana, Saigulu. Pass, Ezekiel. Bachelor of Arts in Peace Building and Conflict Studies, second class honors, upper division, Akoth, Kamau, Kihuria, Mungai, Rubavu, Wambui. Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, second class honors, upper division, Mogeni, Muli, Wanja, second class lower division, Elema. Bachelor of Education Arts, first class honors, Ndeti Peter Kiania, second class honors, upper division, Bosita David Gedai.